I went into cardiology because I was truly fascinated by the heart and the science. I enjoyed knowing and learning about how the heart works and everything, that goes into it. And then going into advanced heart failure, it was more of, continuing that science, and the patient population is something I truly value, and the trust that you end up building with the patients on their journey with heart failure. As I see patients, I see them sometimes in the beginning of their journey with heart failure as you're trying to work with medications, sometimes requiring certain devices, things like that. And then, you kind of follow them, and some of them are stable and do well and go on to living full lives. And for some patients, they require more. And they kind of get into that journey of advanced heart failure that requires, more support from family, from their social networks, and then from the medical field, partly as you think about more advanced therapies such as heart pumps or potentially heart transplant in those patients. My goal, I think, for an initial outpatient visit is trying to figure out why the patient's here and what the patient hopes to gain from this visit. Given that these patients do have heart failure, they're also very complicated in some instances. So, we try to delve more into their history, figuring out what all has gone on, prior testing that's taken place, and then figure out, more about the patient themselves, what the patient's goals are, what the patient's support system is, and try to make treatment plans that are most instances staggered. It's absolutely about the patient and what they want, and I think that's where it's really important to identify those goals for the patient. I say this very often to my patients, there is a lot we can do, and how much we can do is a little bit dependent on how much you want and what your outlook with life is. The most rewarding part is forming those long-lasting patient relationships, knowing that, once you form that relationship, the trust that the patient puts into you and knows that you're working in their best interest, being able to serve the community and help in that way is one of the most rewarding aspects.